Hey everybody, it's 12 o'clock. We're going to give it just 1 minute while everyone starts logging in. We're so glad to have you here. We'll get started in exactly 1 minute. Okay, it looks like we have quite a few people on the call. Thank you for joining us today. If you can, go ahead and verify using either our chat or our Q&A feature that you can both see our screen and hear what we're talking about. Awesome, Ashley, thank you. And Benjamin, hi Benjamin, welcome to our open house event today. And David, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to Chuck Wines. He is our homeownership counselor out of Creswell, Oregon. Oh, welcome, Linda. Nice to see you here all the way from California. And Chuck took some great video footage of this Lincoln during an open house, and we wanted to share it with you and let you ask all your questions. We ask that you use the Q&A feature. I will be moderating that, and I will make sure all your questions get answered. Chuck?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining our virtual open house today. So, considering everything that's going on, this is a great resource and tool for us to be able to show off some of our plans, even though there's a little bit of chaos in the world. So today we're going to be doing the Lincoln plan. I was particularly excited to build this house because we had not built it out of this branch before, so I really wanted to see it. I think it's got some really nice features, so we're excited to show it off. And I'll play a video as we go through this. So if you have a question as we go through about the video or at a particular point, and I haven't stopped yet or whatever, you might just bookmark the time where you have a question, and I can pull the video back to that point so we can talk in more detail about anything that you might have. But short of that, we'll kind of go through and show off the plan and discuss some of the features and options. For the plan, this is what I would consider a well-upgraded home. The Lincoln floor plan is, it's a 2-level plan, but really it's mostly a 1-level. So I'll show kind of just a generic version of it right here. It's a large 1-level, and the only thing that makes it a 2-level is that we've got the bonus room above the garage. So that is the 2-level part of this plan. Short of that, you've got kind of all these standard features. I'd say highlighting some of the things that I feel like draw people to this plan, and I'll show it through the videos, is one, the island. It's a really large island. It's a 10-foot long island. It really stands out, looks great on the floor plans for a wide open concept area. Few people have complained about the size of the walk-in closet in the master suite. So the walk-in closet is very generous in the master suite. You'll see that as we walk through the plan, even large enough to put a couple full-size windows in there. And then the other thing is a lot of customers really like the Jack and Jill accessory to the bathroom, and that both the spare bedrooms over here, bedroom 2 and 3, also have walk-in closets of their own. So that makes this plan very popular. And I'm gonna hop in here and scroll down just a little bit, and we'll introduce. The one we're showing today is of Craftsman Elevation of the plan. Very popular plan with all of our Craftsman homes. But I am honored to show off for the first time. We just yesterday rolled out a new version of the plan. So we now have a Farmhouse Elevation of the Lincoln plan. So really excited about that. The farmhouses have been very popular. So just a new offering for everybody that likes that farm aesthetic that we have in the plans. So let's back out, and I'm gonna get started by playing the video a little bit. We'll go ahead and full screen this, and I will get a start. So this is a property that we built for some customers. They had 6 acres, riverfront property outside of Monroe. So a beautiful property. They were luckily gifted the property by their family. So it gave them a great opportunity to build a house on it. As you can see with the Craftsman Elevation, that is actual cedar shake up in the corbels, or up in the gables right there, and it's a cedar corbel. on both sides. So that is something the customers stained on their own and had the home painted. But it's a real good look for the Craftsman Elevations. The front porch is also supported by the cedar posts. And I think I'm gonna make a right turn here before we get up to the porch. Turn that off. So the garage, so a generous sized garage. This garage normally has 2 windows, but the customers wanted a well-finished garage, so we actually added 2 windows. One of the things when you work with a home ownership counselor is we can always take a plan, make modifications, adjust it. So if you look at a plan and you're like, I really like it, except this change or that change, work with your home ownership counselor or me, and we can modify these plans and get you pricing on these kinds of changes really quickly in just kind of a matter of days. So in this plan, they wanted a well-finished garage. They wanted the garage to look like the inside of the house. So you can see that they even trimmed out the windows on the inside, had base molding added, painted the garage. So a very well-finished garage. And we've got the 4 windows inside there. If I turn left over here in a minute, you'll also notice that we did another small option where we moved the furnace to the garage. The furnace in this plan is designed to be inside the home, but they wanted that space for something different inside the home, so we moved the furnace to the garage. Okay, so now we'll come up to the front porch there. That's where we show off with the Craftsman plan. You get the tongue and groove underside on the front porch, so it's a tongue and groove cedar that we put under there. Really nice looking look with it. That comes with the Craftsman. The Craftsman also has a nicely upgraded front door. That's actually a stain grade door that you can stain to any different shade of, it'll take any stain color that you want to put towards it. This particular customer loved her red door, and so nothing was going to stop her from having a red door on the house. So there you go. So we got a red door for her. But that plan comes with those 2 nice side lights, and then we'll kind of enter the home here. So like I said, this plan is what I would consider to be a well upgraded home. They did some custom options inside the house that were really nice, and then selected a lot of our standard features that we have on the home. So I'll go ahead and pause here and exit full screen and just show you something really quick. So with any of our plans, you're gonna have options for the elevation that you want. You want the tradition look, the Craftsman look, the farmhouse look. And then within there, the homes will have a variety of options. So for this home, the options that the customer selected, they have got the 9-foot plate height. We've got the vaulted living area, which you'll see. We did a custom patio cover. We've got a custom fireplace that we did in there. Let's see here, the master bath upgrade. So as you can see, every home has a lot of standard options that you can kind of build into the plan. So as we go through, I'll kind of point those things out on the plan. So we'll start as you enter. This is the dining room to the right as you walk in. And then you walk into the great room space back there. Couple very large windows. One of the features that you have when you select a 9-foot plate height with Adair is all of your first floor windows become a foot taller. So if you really have a nice view and things like that, that's a great way to get like your picture windows so you can look out, have a great view. So in this case, they've got riverfront property. So a 9-foot plate height worked well for giving them the views. Small thing to point out is the Craftsman home does have window grids that come included in it. And we'll kind of keep going through the house. Okay, so we're going to turn into the dining room here. Couple nice windows. You're seeing that the customers opted to do full wrap window trim and bronze features. So you'll see the bronze light fixture there. You'll see bronze doorknobs, bronze everything in the home. I'm going to back up there for just a second. So there you've got like full wrap windows. So windows can match all of the door trims and things like that. And then as we go, you will also see that the customer selected the tray ceiling. So that's where we recessed the tray 6 inches up, just to kind of create a nice aesthetic in the room for the dining space. Like I said, as far as custom options go, they can be large or small options. In this case, the standard plan has a 4-inch header for your door trim, but a slightly more narrow 2¼ inch side trim. These customers wanted 4-inch header and 4-inch sides, so they liked it to be very symmetrical and things like that. So we did a small option to modify the trim package so that the door was a little bit wider. So So as you can see, as we kind of go through this, your imagination, you know, we can really kind of turn that into reality for you. Okay, so we'll pop into the great room. As you can see, it's a wide open plan. There's the kitchen with that island that I was mentioning, and lots of windows. The customers upgraded most of the flooring in the house. This is a nicer laminate by Shaw. It's called the Apison series. And then as you can see, we've got granite countertops throughout the entire kitchen. A really nice piece. That's a huge slab. It has lots of inches. So right there, you can kind of see when you get those big slabs, you get you know, really nice kind of pieces that are unique to it. And then we'll kind of back out. I'm showing off here. The customers selected our Knotty Alder cabinet. So we've got 3 different stains in Knotty Alder, and it'll have those little burn marks in them. There are a lot of interest, a lot of color variation to it when you stain it up. So we've got Knotty Alder cabinets throughout the entire house. And we will kind of keep going here. We upgraded, I want to say almost everything to a hard surface in the house. They selected a soft close cabinet package and this full height backsplash. So that's like a stacked slate, like a white quartz stacked slate that came out really nice in the home with their granite. Pause there. All the homes will have options for soft close cabinets. So when we upgrade to soft close cabinets, it gets you a plywood box. And I'm sure I shoved the door close here. For the soft close features. That's one of those things, to be honest with you, I almost think is automatic with just about any home that, you know, I highly encourage it with all homes. Maybe it's because I've got a bunch of children. So there you go. So more of the granite pieces. So as you can see, like when you get those big pieces of granite, there's just some really beautiful marks that come out on it. So, okay, so this home has this for a pantry. The customer wanted a large pantry, and like I had mentioned earlier, that plan has the furnace inside the home. So you'll see here in a moment how we kind of accommodated for a second pantry space as I turn. So that is usually where the furnace goes. It's a furnace closet. We moved the furnace to garage to open it up to be a wide open closet. So we've got kind of a backup pantry so the family can be well fed, I guess, and have plenty of storage space in the home. That right there is a linen closet right off the kitchen. And then the utility space behind us. So we'll turn around. These customers, like I said, did a couple standout options, I would say. So this is a wood fireplace. We have standard options for gas fireplaces in the home, but we do have a source where we can kind of custom option wood fireplaces. So in this case, we've got a nice wood fireplace from, it's a Quadra fireplace. And they are fancy compared to what they used to be. So like this fireplace has, it has its own internal thermostat. So it's got a thermostat that'll open and close the flue automatically to kind of regulate the temperature. And it's got a blower built in, so it really moves heat through the home. They did a cultured stone exterior, as you can see right there, from Emser. So that's an Emser cultured stone that goes surrounding it. At the base, they call that a marsh stone hearth. So we did a 4-foot marsh stone hearth. And then this. So I'm particularly impressed by this. I love it. This mantle right here is actually a concrete mantle. So by code, if you're going to put electrical components up above that, like the television up there, there has to be a heat barrier. Those burn really hot. And so the mantle options that you have are concrete mantles. But these are handmade, individually made pieces that are crafted and designed. This one is made to look like a railroad tie, basically, because you can see that these little squares were intentionally put in to the concrete. And these marks and these little burns and everything done was handmade to design to look like this. So I love it. I think it looks fantastic. It reminds me of Disneyland, you know, going and seeing the rock work at Cars Land or something along those lines. So really intricate, detailed work on the mantle. So anyway, I fell in love with it, and we'll kind of keep going as we show off the home. And you can raise or widen the hearth as much as you want to. So all of that is something that we would work out. So here we kind of take a sneak peek of another one of the features that I like. So over there on the left is the river, just to talk about the property. I love it because They're actually working on diverting water so they can get water up in here at times because they love to catch like bluegill off their back patio, basically. So he's like working on diverting the water. They got kind of water rights and they're making their own slough there. So I was sort of excited about that. I thought it was brilliant. And then up above, you can see what looks to be our timber frame patio. So this is a custom option to do. We have a rear patio option, but this is a timber frame look, goes with the Craftsman really nicely. I'll go outside in a little bit and show it to you. So for now, we'll kind of just keep touring through the home. We'll back up here. So one of the options that you'll see on a lot of plans that we did not select on this particular home is, for those of you that have been looking at plans, is the Gourmet Kitchen option. So the Gourmet Kitchen option converts to 2 full-size ovens, and it does a built-in microwave and stuff like that. So this space right here is what would be dedicated for a built-in microwave and a built-in oven should you choose to do the Gourmet Kitchen option. So just thought I would point that out quickly. Okay, so we're gonna head off into the spare bedrooms. These particular bedrooms, we didn't really have to modify anything. We've got the full wrap trim. We've got the nice shop flooring in there. Oh, I might point it out here in just a minute, but so as you can see, walk-in closet for bedroom 2. And the Jack and Jill bathroom. So for the second bathroom. So again, Knotty Alder cabinets. As you can see, we've got the bronze fixtures, bronze light fixtures, undermount sinks in the bathroom. We'll look at the tile floors here in a minute, I imagine. We put tile floors in the bathroom. And then there's just the tub shower combo with the water closet, basically. For bathrooms, we have options for, we can do tile floors, luxury vinyl floors, or just your standard sheet vinyl that, that we put into the base price with lots of selections within each of those categories. So these customers opted for a tile floor. And then we go into the next bedroom. So again, another walk-in closet for that bedroom. So if you've got a couple of little ones, I'm sure they would be appreciative of that feature. And I don't know if it stands out or if you notice or not, but one of the things that these customers did, I swear they must have had lived in a home that was not very well lit previously because they were focused on having proper lighting. So you'll see in the great room, we've got can lights all over the great room, all over the kitchen. They replaced all the bedroom lights with recessed lights in them. So a lot of recessed lights all through the entire home. So again, something we can work on. And then let's see here. We got the little half bathroom right there. Again, oil rub bronze on the bathroom accessories. If we had an option to make it oil rub bronze, we took the option. And with your pedestal sink and a half bathroom. That's a slightly upgraded pedestal sink. So this home has a nice size utility room. And it has an option for an extensive cabinet package. So we've got uppers going all the way across, and then a utility sink that the customers added. We did a small upgrade. That's just a laminate countertop with a standard backsplash right there. So we didn't do hard surfaces everywhere. But again, when you do a soft close cabinet package, that'll carry out wherever you put a cabinet, that will carry out throughout the home. So now we are going to venture off, and then I realized I didn't go up to the bonus room. So we're gonna head up to the bonus room. So this is the bonus room above the garage that you guys saw. This is, we just did carpet on the stairs and the flooring up in the bonus room. For them, this is gonna be the craft space. This is gonna be where all the arts and crafts are done for the customer, and it's a space just for her. A couple little knockdown doors for access, attic access up there. And then now we're above the garage looking out at, in this case, looking out at the highway. With a couple good sized windows. Once again, replace all the standard lights with recessed lights. And now we are going to head back downstairs. We're gonna head to the master suite. So the master suite, we did a couple things. That plan has 2 good-sized windows that you'll see over here on the left. but the customers wanted access out to the back patio. So we added that sliding glass door and moved those windows over to that side. We spaced them so that they could put their bed between them, and then they still have access to their back deck off of the master suite. When you do a 9-foot plate height, I'm pointing out there also that your sliding glass doors become a foot taller. So you get really big sliding glass doors. This customer did the tray ceiling option up in their master suite too. We have an option for a tray ceiling in the master suite. And we'll kind of continue through here. More with full wrap windows and the master bath upgrade. So I really like their master bath. We've got the tiled floor, as you can see. That's called our Explorer tile. It's kind of a wood grain looking tile. And then the little toilet closet right there. And a drop-in jetted soaker tub. So the master bath upgrade is typically going to give you, it'll give you a soaking tub, and it'll give you a freestanding walk-in shower, both of which are fiberglass. So in this case, we did a deck-mounted, tiled, jetted soaking tub, and then a tiled shower that we'll kind of show off here in just a second. So, but they did it to match the floor with the surround and everything like that. So looks fantastic. It's a really generous size soaking tub. That's a Moen Brantford oil rub bronze for our plumbing fixtures, and that carries out throughout the entire house in that series. Knotty Alder cabinets, just like we did everywhere else. Knotty Alder fixtures and undermount sinks in the bathroom. Okay, so here's their tiled shower. In this case, the tiled shower is usually open, but the customers added this right here. They wanted a little bit more privacy in the shower, so they added a return wall right there with a more narrow opening. So we've got a Cultura pebble floor, and then you've got the tile going all the way up, a couple little niche holders that comes built into the price. Soap niche holder right there, built into the price. They did it so that it matched the floor. So it's a nice look. And we added a bench into that tiled shower. And this is where I give you vertigo. Okay, so we'll hop on out of there.
That's a beautiful, beautiful bathroom, Chuck.
Yeah, they did an excellent job on that.
Hey, so Benjamin does have a question for you.
Go ahead.
So if he was going to build and wanting to raise the elevation a bit, he's asking, can you build on a gravel sill?
Well, so you have to have a certain amount of crawl space. So I guess I'm a little bit confused, and we'd have to get into the weeds with it so we can kind of share my information for kind of a one-off phone call. There has to be a crawl space. You can't take your stem wall and fill the entirety of it with gravel. That won't meet codes and things like that. So there will have to be a crawl space. So if you're looking for more of like road improving under your homes and things like that, there'd be other options to kind of address that. No, our standard plan will build on a foundation of a gravel pad and things like that. So most homeowners will do 3 to 4 inches of compacted gravel, and then we'll put a moisture barrier on that, and then have our stem wall built on top of a gravel pad. So I hope that answers the question. Okay, walk-in closet. It's huge. I don't know if there's much more to say about that. It's big enough to have 2 3-foot by 6-foot windows built into the middle of it. So if you ever missed having a generous walk-in closet space, here you go. That is a generous walk-in closet. You can see right here on this plan, the customers wanted a slightly larger shower than normal. The shower that came with that plan was a 36-inch deep. They wanted a 42-inch deep shower. So we kind of just took that space out of the walk-in closet and moved that wall back six additional inches to give them a larger shower. So obviously they're not lacking for room in their shower still as they do that. Again, just showing off the tiled floor. Emser is who supplies our tile out of the branch. Now we're going to head out to the back patio. So they did their own deck work. So when you talk about a floor plan, we don't install decks or anything like that. That's a homeowner responsibility. In this case, they did a Trex deck. But we do the patio cover. So as you can see here, this is a timber frame patio cover with a crowfoot design right there. So that is all tongue and groove cedar all the way up to the peak 812 pitch. So that's a really high pitch that goes with it. And then the large beams are called glue lamp beams that support that go all the way across. So I was talking to the homeowner about it. That was a fun day getting that beam installed. I'm going to walk down here closer to the river and do a 360 to show you guys a better visual of that patio frame option. So there you go. So obviously it goes beautifully with the Craftsman exterior. Just a fantastic design. The black hardware kind of comes with it when we do that. And we'll head back up the stairs right there. And this is just a little nook door. So because the back of the home is all windows, instead of having a sliding glass door back there, we just give a nook door as access. And then we are back inside of the home into the kitchen. So at this point, they were taking the professional photography, so I kind of stopped my video right there. But we can kind of go back to the main floor plan that we show right there and kind of highlight some of the things. So again, they did the tray ceiling in there. As you can see in comparison, the walk-in closet space, like I said, I just extended that out just a little bit deeper so they could have a larger walk-in closet or a larger tiled shower right there. And then we go over to this side. But you can see that closet's probably the same size as bedroom 2 right there. So it's spacious as far as that goes. The island, so that's a 10-foot long island, 10 foot by 4 foot that comes with that plan. I would say one of the things that we did that I think made a lot of sense is when we added the fireplace, we also moved the island over the same distance. So we moved the island over a couple feet to kind of not take away from that great room space. They still felt like they had plenty of walkway between here and here, even by moving it in a couple feet, so that they weren't kind of taking away room from the great room with the fireplace addition right there. And with that, that is basically the walkthrough of the plan right there. I'm sure everyone is coming from different places, so I am open to taking questions at this point for anything that anybody might have.
You guys did such a great job designing that home, Chuck. That must have been a fun project to be part of.
It was funny when I first met the customers. I told them this afterwards. I took little notes when we were talking about the home and the home design. And my little note was, whatever option I tell them, they're going to want it. And then when we did the design meeting, that was exactly the case. We got halfway through it, and I told them, hey, by the way, I took a note when we designed your home that you would select every option that we had in the book. And they almost did. They didn't do all of them, but my gosh, they did most of them. So, but if you got one shot to build your dream home. So that's what they did. So I was really honored to be a part of that with the customers.
And how does someone initiate that process if they have questions about designing a home? What does that first meeting with you look like?
Well, so in a first meeting, we're going to sit down and honestly kind of do more of a high-level overview of the process and things like that. So want to understand what you're looking. So what do you want? Do you want a piece of property? Do you want just a city lot? What kind of where's the home going to go? What are you interested in? Why is it that you're interested in building? And from there, we start kind of narrowing it down, because when we go to work with a home, we have a lot of components to understand. So in a first meeting, I'll give a customer an overview of their responsibilities and their options in that. So we've got a sweat equity option. So these customers did the sweat equity option. They did their own debris removal. They did their own site cleanup. They contracted out their own painting, and they took all of those options and did it themselves. They got their own excavator for the property, and they managed that part of the process. So for a lot of people, that's a great route. It'll save you some money. It'll give you some sweat equity in the process. For other customers that's not an attractive option, we've got more of a turnkey path where we'll pick up a lot more of the pieces. So we'll do a lot of the site services. So we'll handle the excavation work. We will put in a concrete package for a driveway and patios and things like that. We'll handle the trenching. We'll do a drafted plot plan. So we'll kind of pick up some of those pieces that some customers, maybe they don't have enough time to kind of do that kind of work. During the build, we would do all the cleanup, the debris removal, things along those lines. So there's different paths. So we'll determine what path that a customer wants. And then lastly, we'll kind of talk about floor plans and work with people and getting them in budget with everything that they want to do. So I'll kind of give them a high level overview. Well, so your site cost will probably be in this range. Your property range will look like this much for a price. Your home range will look like this. And so we'll kind of create an umbrella that a customer is comfortable with. And then as we narrow in, it just kind of will clear up exactly what we're going to do with the customer. So as we go deeper and get more options and stuff like that, it'll narrow down what we're going to do specifically for the customer.
Awesome. Thank you, Chuck. So Linda was just curious on the dimensions of the bedrooms 2 and 3. Bedrooms 2 and 3. The bedrooms 2 and 3, they're closets.
Uh-huh.
Can you give us those dimensions?
I don't have a scaled version of this in front of me, but let's take a look. And I'll give you my best estimate. So those walk-in closets are probably going to be about 7 by 5.
That's a great size.
And then this one is probably more of 5 by 4. So yeah.
So the 2 kids might be fighting. Too. Yeah.
That's how it works.
Whoever has the most close.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess another question we have here is how soon in the process, should someone come in and have that first meeting with you?
Right now.
For planning?
Right now, that's the thing. Because what we really do is we guide people through the process. I mean, that's our role as homeownership counselors, because you just don't know what you don't know. So the sooner you get in contact with one of us, the more we can kind of open your eyes up to what this looks like, help you determine the best path. You can plan it out in your head, but I would say, people that have built, 40, 50, 100, 200, 300 houses with customers will provide a lot of information to you up front. So I don't think it's too early to start talking to a homeownership counselor. And depending on the phase that you're at, we might encourage you to look into the financing aspect. If you already own the property, but you're on a 5-year plan, that's fine. That's fine. The more information you have right now, the better you're going to be, the better prepared you are, so that when you do go into it, it's not just washing over you all at once. So do it now. Do it now. Talk to somebody.
Yeah, and it's really easy to do that because all of you can go to our online team. You can request an appointment via live chat. We make it really easy to schedule an appointment. Okay, so Inez has a question if the Lincoln can be built in Arizona. And Inez, right now we do not, I think we do. Let me just look that up.
Well,
are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm going.
It would be called something else. Our goal is by the end of this quarter, this upcoming quarter, is to have all the same plans available. So even if it's not available now, it will be in the near future. So Chuck's gonna look that up. And looks like we have another question here.
Okay, so in Arizona, the Berkeley is the same floor plan as the Lincoln, and it'll have more of an Arizona aesthetic. So that one has the Spanish style home right there and a Craftsman style home available. But it is the same floor plan on the inside. So it's a different facade and aesthetic on the outside, but same floor plan that we're looking at.
Awesome, thank you. I thought we had that one on there. Thanks for that question, Inez. So Benjamin has already contacted his Oregon Community Credit Union. Is that someone that you've had the opportunity to work with before, Chuck? Well,
so we'd have to investigate it specifically. So for another reason to get in touch with somebody sooner than later. So what we do is considered like an owner participation construction loan, and it's a more rare animal to find. So that's a construction loan that allows you the flexibility to kind of manage the site process on your own. Most credit unions don't allow it, and most banks don't allow it. So we will always encourage people to get in contact. We have a partner company, Alliance Financial Services, that does construction loans. It works perfectly well with what we do. All they do is construction loans. So I would, even if they have a different source, I would encourage them to talk to one of the loan officers at Alliance Financial Services so that they could see if they've got a package and a program that'll work well with them. Because the last thing that you want is to kind of run through the process, get to the 9th hour, and then find out that, oh, that loan doesn't actually work with Adair and things like that. If you have a loan, we're happy to use it. So if the bank you're using and things like that will work with us, we're more than happy to work with them. But there is a limit to that, and so you definitely would want to bring that up with the person that you're working with directly, to get in contact with the bank to see if we can work together with our loan programs that we use.
Hopefully that answers the questions. Like I said, you can definitely contact Chuck directly. He's located in the Craftswell branch, but we have a large number of people ready to help you. So if you just want to reach out through our website, adairhomes.com, we've got live chat and forms you can fill out, just all kinds of ways, a toll-free number that you can call anytime, and we're glad to help you. So thanks so much for joining us today. Everybody have a happy Cinco de Mayo.
Thanks, everybody.